Well, hello, this is Huntsman9. How's it going, YouTube? If you like this video, like, comment, and subscribe, please. And I'm going to be talking about Nintendo today, so let's get into the video. So, the problem for what's going on right now is this subscription service going on for Nintendo. And this is literally the most ratchet things I've ever seen in my entire life. And I don't really use the word ratchet that often. Just for a little background. But when it comes to this, I have to say something because this is literally ratchet. And that's the reason why I had that thumbnail in this video. That's why I have a lot of these, controller memes and stuff like that in this video. It's so you can get a good picture of how ratchet this really is. It's ridiculous. It doesn't even make any sense. But for the examples of why this is so ratchet is Nintendo, you've got us paying $50 per year for this membership. Why? So you want us to pay $50 for this membership, right? But yet you're not fixing the problem with the stick drift on Nintendo 6 controller. And even when it comes to the Nintendo Switch Pro controller, I got to pay how much? $80, right? So you just spent like $50 for the membership, right? Per year. And on top of that, the Nintendo Switch controllers aren't really lasting that long, and then I got to pay another $50 or $80 on top of that. Are you serious, Nintendo? This is what I'm talking about. This is what I mean. What's so ratchet? Oh, wait, and it gets even worse than that. That's not it either. That's not all. And then when it comes to, paying for this subscription, and then on top of that, you want us to pay $50 per year, yet we're only getting old school games. Not that I don't mind old school games, it's just that we should be getting new games as well to play on, since we're paying $50 per year, and you didn't even give us an option to pay like $20 or $10, like, on PlayStation Network, where you could choose to pay, $10 a month, or maybe $20, for 2 months, stuff like that. What's the deal? See, this is what I mean by ratchet. Paying $50 for old games, right? And then on top of that, we can't even talk to our friends or family members when it comes to this. We can't even talk to our friends or family members when it comes to online gaming. You know what I'm saying? You have to, in order for us to have any for us to even talk to anybody, to have any communication, we have to use a cell phone with someone else, or we have to do stuff like basically like Discord or Twitter. You have to use social media just to talk to other people online. Are you serious? And you're charging us $50 and $80 for the family plan? This is so ratchet. It does not make any sense. And I have to use this word because that literally, shows what this is. This actually puts it in detail on how bad this is. Because I shouldn't even have to use the word ratchet for a gaming company. I never have until today. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. And like I was talking about with a gaming controller, I just have to say why, just why. And when it comes to, paying for this price for the controller, your controller, Nintendo, it needs to be fixed. You need to do something about that. And when it comes to this membership, I really hope that it's only going to be like, hopefully, now when it comes to this membership for $80 per year, if it's set up to where I can, where not just I, but others can set up a family plan so that other people in the family don't have to pay the $80 and they're under, say, like for instance, our own membership or my membership. Hopefully, the other family members don't have to pay it if one of us already paid it. Like, say for instance, if the membership was for 8 people in the family or 9, basically. And this is something I really need to talk to you at first. I wasn't even going to say anything about this Nintendo, but then I had to think about it, and I said, you know what? I have to say something because this is getting out of hand now. This is getting ridiculous. The only word that comes in mind to what's going on with this is ratchet. And I have to say that someone has to say it. I'm going to say it. Other than that, Nintendo, when it comes to Smash Bros., I have to bring up Sora. Because you made it where, Sonic the Hedgehog was banned, right? There was no reason for that. I don't even get why you would even ban him in the first place. And, there's a reason why I have to bring this up. Because a character like Sonic shouldn't even have to be banned in the first place. And you banned him because of favoritism. And you know how I know that? Because when it comes to, and I'm going to bring up why I brought up Sora in a second. Because look at Bayonetta, right? What's the main problem with Bayonetta? She was already broken, right? And you patched her. But see, you didn't do the same thing with Sonic. You didn't patch Sonic when he was broken. But you patched Bayonetta. But you know why you did that with Bayonetta? That's because she's a promotion character. So you're playing favorites. And now I'm getting to Sora. That's the whole reason why I brought up Sora in the first place. Because I highly doubt you're going to kick Sora out of the game. I highly doubt you're going to ban him from tournaments or ban him from online. And, that should say something. Because he's a promotion character too. Promotion character or not, that's favoritism. You could have easily patched Sonic. You could have made him the way he used to be, where he was just too fast and people couldn't control him. So, it took real skill to use him and do combos and stuff like that. But now you just decided to ban him. You know what you could have done is you could have put in, Sonic the Werehog instead. I know people laugh at that, but people don't understand just how good the Werehog is when it comes to combos and his fighting style. He's a really good comboer. He's got a lot of really good tools when it comes to his abilities and powers. But I may talk about that in some other video. So, other than that, the last thing I need to say is that, yes, I already don't like Bayonetta. The thing about Bayonetta is she's overhyped just like Dante. Her choreography is terrible. Her playstyle is terrible. Her stance is terrible. But other than that, I'm going to talk about it. The only reason why people like Bayonetta in the first place is because she's eye candy. Now I'm done with that. And by the way, the last thing I need to say, just in case for anybody or any company that wants to say something like, how dare you say these things, about, consoles and about Nintendo or these companies. when you're spoiled, you're just an American. What does it matter what you say? Well, here's the thing. That doesn't apply to me. You can't use that on me. You know why? Because my ancestors were here before this place was even called America in the first place. I'm Indian. I'm Chata, so that doesn't even apply to me. And I'm pretty sure it doesn't apply to a lot of people as well in the gaming community. Or when anyone steps up and talks about the problems with gaming or in other companies. You know, and you want to know what else? I know there's a lot of people out there that will, talk about stuff like this. You're not going to stop them from saying anything. This is ridiculous. And, when it comes to... And another thing is, you want to know who's really spoiled? You want to know who the most spoiled person is right now? Gaming companies and companies in general. You know why? Because gaming companies, the thing about them is, they rely on us. They rely on getting tons of money off of us by barely even making a good game. They're so spoiled on getting rich off of making trash games, making trash consoles, doing a bare minimum when it comes to gaming, and they expect, for people to get, large shells of money, make a bunch of, to just get rich off of it. So when it comes to being spoiled, the same could be said about you gaming companies. But this was just in case. This isn't about, bashing or, judging. I'm saying this just in case anyone who had that mentality of, who's spoiled and who's not. Because if you want to, if you think about it, it's the gaming companies who's spoiled. Really think about that when it comes to these mediocre games that have been coming out lately. Some of them have pretty graphics and everything, but they barely have good gameplay, or there's so many different things that they could have done better, but they just chose to leave it the way it is, just to test how much money they can get off of people, just to test if people will fall for it. And one more thing, you couldn't even call me spoiled in the first place, because you can't use those labels on me. You know why? Because I'm a child of God. In the Bible, you know what it says about me and others? That I'm fearfully and wonderfully made in God's image. So I just want to close out with that. Nintendo, this needs to stop. For all you other gaming companies, this needs to stop. Okay, for those who are watching this video, if you liked this video, please like and subscribe. This is Huntsman9, and I'm out.
この番組はグランドスポンサーの提供でお送りします。
まったく、秋は自然の怖さも辛さも知らない輩が多くなる。まあ俺も何も分からずここまで来ちまったが。